If you're looking to start your first online store, then this video is for you. Oh, by the way, hi, I'm Hannah. I'm Hannah Gardner. This channel, I talk about everything and anything that has to do with digital entrepreneurship, e-commerce, digital marketing, Shopify, social media, hacks, basically just like a bunch of other nerdy, like techie stuff. But yeah, basically that's it. That's what I talk about. I'm gonna be going over how you can start your very first e-commerce store online selling physical products. Whether you're looking to open an online boutique, whether you're looking to sell pet products, baby products, whatever your jazz is, I'm gonna be showing you how you can set your business up online. Yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Let's hop right into it. You guys that don't know, I actually started in e-commerce. Like that's how I started in digital entrepreneurship, when I first realized that there's this world of people that are making money online, and I failed miserably. I was 22 at the time. I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't know what a KPI meant or how to make a business plan. I had no clue what I was doing, and I was really afraid to invest the money up front to buy a bunch of inventory and not be able to sell it. So I did it drop shipping. Not that there's anything wrong with drop shipping. There's a lot of people that do drop shipping and they're super successful at it. I have a lot of friends that drop ship and they're very successful at it. But I just the moral of the story is I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't know how to run Facebook ads for e-commerce or how to work with influencers. Basically, I didn't know anything that I know now. Fast forward to today, since then I have learned so much stuff about digital entrepreneurship when it comes to digital marketing and e-commerce, and I've worked with a lot of really awesome mentors, and so now I am more confident in making this video because I actually know what I'm talking about through all of my failures. The first thing that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna find something to sell. Obviously, Hannah, I have to sell something. But for all the newbies out there who just are kind of dabbling in the idea of starting an online business, yes, you do actually have to sell something. And in order to do that, you have to source products. Now, depending on what niche you're gonna dive into, whether it's the baby niche, the pet niche, an online boutique, whatever it is that you wanna dive into, you're gonna wanna find a place where you can purchase those products at a wholesale price. A wholesale price is when you buy things in bulk for a cheaper price than buying it at an individual price. And so there's a lot of different ways that you can go about sourcing products. You can go to trade shows. One hack that I actually saw from another girl's YouTube channel is that she doesn't actually go to the trade shows. She has an online store boutique and she'll look up where the trade shows are happening, and she won't actually go to them, but she'll look at the vendors that are attending, and she'll Google and research every single vendor to see if they have products that she likes that she wants to add to her store, and then she'll reach out to them and try to make a wholesale deal with them. Other places that you can look are places like Alibaba or AliExpress. Some of the products are kind of iffy on there, but you can find good products. But even more so, what happens with those platforms is that you can get into contact with China. You can talk to China. So as much as we don't want to believe it as, buyers in the market, that all of our products don't come from China, most of our products come from China or somewhere in Southeast Asia, on that side of the world. Even big brands that you're used to shopping with all the time and spending a lot of money with, most of those products do come from China. So if they're getting them from China, that means that you can also go straight to the source and find vendors in China. That is a little bit more difficult when you're trying to find boutique sellers that have different products that other competitors don't have, but you still can do that. And one way you can get into contact with some of those vendors is by going to places like Alibaba or AliExpress and trying to get in personal contact via WhatsApp or via Messenger, whatever it is, so you can have a real conversation with some kind of sourcing agent or salesperson in a China factory. Another way that's just a basic way to try to find wholesalers is just by simply Google searching whatever it is, whatever niche that you're in, and trying to find vendors. So a lot of the bigger companies, they may not broadcast it on their website, but a lot of them actually will sell in bulk and they will sell in wholesale. So for instance, there's this one online boutique that I was just looking at, and it was called Cleo Bella, and they're just kind of a Free People or an Urban Outfitters, and they actually at the bottom of their website say that they do to sell wholesale to smaller retailers. So the possibility is out there. You just really, this is probably going to be one of the hardest steps when you're just first starting out, is just finding the products and getting them at a good rate. Honestly, your last option, if you're really trying to bouge out, is just by going to China or going to the actual physical place where that product's made. So if you're trying to get products from Bali, you know, you could write off a little business expense and you could hit yourself a trip to Bali and actually go to the manufacturers so you can actually see in person the quality and the types of materials that they use to build the product, and actually be in front of them to negotiate a price. So that's also an option. If maybe you don't have a budget for that, I would just stick to the others, but it would definitely be easier and you would have a lot more confidence when you actually make a bulk order from them. So the next thing that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna actually wanna set up your business. A little bit tedious and it involves a lot of paperwork, but it's involved when you're setting up an online business, and it is important. So what you're gonna wanna do is register your business with the state that you live in. So if you're located in Florida, you're gonna wanna go to Division of Corporations online for your state and actually register your business name so that nobody else can take your business name. So my business was registered under an LLC. That's usually generally what you're gonna register your business under if you're gonna be starting an e-commerce store. You can talk to an accountant or someone else, and you know, everyone has their opinion. But for the most part, most starting out online stores are LLCs, especially if you don't like have a bunch of employees or anything and you're just like a single person LLC. This light keeps getting a little bright and dark. So like I said, you're gonna wanna find your state's website for where you actually register your business. In Florida, it's called sunbiz.org. You can obtain your business license there, and what they're going to give you is something called an EIN number. It's kind of like your social security number for your business, and your EIN number is actually going to help you when you want to open a business bank account or when you want to buy wholesale, because a lot of wholesalers are actually going to ask for your EIN number to prove that you're an actual real business, or they're going to want to see that you have a resale license. So if you're not actually making the physical product yourself, you're probably reselling someone else's product. So if you are reselling someone else's product, you will have to, depending on what state you are, register for a resale license. And that's also something that you can just search in your state. I'll show you a screenshot down here of sunbiz.org and where you can go to get your resale license in the state of Florida. I'm not really sure for the other states, but for the most part, it's probably gonna be really similar throughout the United States. Next thing that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna set up an online store. So obviously it's e-commerce, you have to have a presence online. The best website that exists to build your e-commerce store on it without a doubt is Shopify. If you guys have not seen my Shopify videos, please watch them. Shopify crushes it in the game when it comes to starting an online store. It's like 30 bucks a month for a starting plan, which is really, really freaking cheap if you think about it. It's an online store. You don't have an overhead with like rent, electric bills, employees, all these things. So you literally can do everything that an offline store can do, but you only have to pay $30 a month. Shopify is awesome. I have a few other Shopify trainings that I can put up here. You have a 14-day free trial to check it out. You're gonna like it. It's so freaking easy. Like there's like other web builders like Wix and Squarespace and stuff like that, but when it comes to the back end of your store and the analytics and all the important stuff that you need to run an online store, Shopify is like literally so easy. It's just right there for you. Everything is super simplistic to understand. If you want to try a free trial of Shopify, click the link down below in my description. The next thing that you're gonna wanna decide is what is your traffic source? How are you gonna drive traffic to your website? I actually have another YouTube video. I can put a card up here or here on how you can actually drive traffic to your store. A lot of people, when it comes to like online boutiques, they go the influencer route or Facebook ads or Google ads, Pinterest, whatever it is, whatever you're gonna do. My biggest recommendation is however you want to drive traffic to your store, just master one traffic source at a time. Don't go out into the market and try to figure out how to, you know, run YouTube ads and Facebook ads and try to get influencers all at the same time, because you're really just gonna have analysis paralysis. No reason to overwhelm yourself. So I would honestly just master one traffic source at a time. And after you become the master and you're getting consistent traffic flow from one source, then go on to the next and learn another platform and learn how to drive traffic in that way. But yeah, overall, when it comes to starting an online store, you really just need to have a plan in place. You don't want to just jump into it not really understanding all the moving parts of it. So do a lot of research up front. Like, keep watching videos like this, keep looking for more information. Basically every single question that you have, look for the answer before you start, you know, investing money and buying product, because that question could be your profit margin. You really want to have a defined plan and have realistic expectations and of how you're going to actually hit your goals. There's a lot of like free template business plans that you can find online. That's what I did. I think I used a website called lawdepot.com, and it's a membership thing with a bunch of like law contract stuff, I don't know, and it helps you literally write out your whole business plan. It asks you the right questions that you need to be asking yourself in order to be successful. How much money you want to make, how much you need to be selling every single day, what it's going to take for you to hit those goals, and depending on what niche you're entering, what kind of costs you're going to be incurring in order to start this business in the first place. Because if you're on a budget, you know, your expectations and your traffic and your marketing is going to be a lot different than, you know, somebody that has a budget and has $20,000 to invest in product and inventory and marketing. You really need to evaluate where you are financially and put that into and factor that into every aspect of how you're going to run your business, how you're going to figure out how to run traffic, if you're going to outsource work or if you're going to do the work yourself. At the end of the day, e-commerce is an awesome way to start a business. It's not like an offline business where you have employees and you have electric bills and you have rent and you have to buy a bunch of inventory to fill up a store, and you're running the risk of like a bunch of other variables that could technically happen to this building. So definitely e-commerce is the best way to sell physical products, and online shopping is the future of shopping. So if you're getting in now, you're still ahead of the game. I'm personally going to be starting back up an e-commerce store, and I'm going to be documenting my whole journey these next few years, because e-commerce really is, like I've discovered, it really is my passion. I'm a super data analytic freak nerd. I love looking at numbers and trying to figure out, you know, where that lead came from or where that that sale came from. And right now I'm doing it for other people, but I'm not totally stoked that I'm like helping other businesses grow when I could technically be doing it myself. But that's what I'm going to be transitioning these next series, these next videos into, is how I'm growing my online business and sharing all that back with you guys. I will let you know how my journey goes, and I will keep you updated via YouTube. And if you guys have any questions, comment down below and I'll answer them.